A while back, believe it or not, I was in a 5K. Oh yeah, it's true. It's kind of frightening, I know. And I aggressively walked it. Okay, I was just, and at one point I was running like I was on Baywatch, and it was wild because I am incredibly slow, and I just kind of, and I was one of the last to cross the finish line. That part's not really a surprise. And when the first people crossed the finish line, there was this huge crowd, and they were cheering them on, and they were giving them water, and they were just going nuts. And when I finally crossed the finish line, there was one lady. And I think she was just waiting on a ride. And she was just kind of, yeah, all right, you did it. You should be real proud of yourself. And it was like, I'm the one that really needs the encouragement because I'm walking across and I'm one of the last people. And come on, I'm one of the last. And I wanted to be one of the first. Here's an interesting thought, okay? In Luke chapter 13, verses 30, Jesus is talking, and he's talking about people coming from all over to take their place at God's table. And he says this, those who are last now will be first then, and those who are first now will be last then. So the race into God's kingdom is really a race to be last, all right? If you want to be first, you got to be last. Once again, God's kingdom is totally backwards. And he's talking about all of this. And who is first now? Who is he talking about? First, I would think, are the people that we judge most important according to our standards. We look at people and we say, these are very important people. These are the first in our society. They are big, they're beautiful, they're rich, they're famous, they have it all together, they never screw up. They're well dressed. They have everything that we would say this makes somebody successful. And the last are those who are kind of written off, those who are left out, and those who are left behind, and those who we would look at and say they're not really significant. And Jesus says to us, by saying what he does, he says basically, you're going to be really surprised someday. When you see who has come into the kingdom of God, when you see who hasn't come into the kingdom of God, you're going to be surprised. Just wait. When the kingdom completely crashes down, there's going to be a flip-flop. The kingdom has been unleashed. When Jesus died, when he was resurrected, when he went back to heaven, the kingdom of God was unleashed at that point. And the kingdom of God grows every time somebody comes into the kingdom. But someday, the kingdom of God is going to completely crash down and take over, and everything's going to flip-flop, and the rules are going to change forever. And the first will be last, and the last will be first. God doesn't judge people or value people by outward appearance, by the things that a lot of times we get caught up in. He judges them by the heart condition. And the big heart condition that he looks at is humility. Are you humble enough to say that you need him? That we need him to make us righteous? Are we humble enough to say, man, there's no way I can get through life on my own. I can't do this. No matter how talented I am, no matter what I have, it's not enough. A lot of times we make our quest to be better than so-and-so, better than everybody else. But our quest is to help others get better. Our quest is to find our place at the table and to help others find their place. And we need to help them. Okay, we need to run to be last. We need to realize that we desperately need Jesus to make us righteous. And when we do that, when we humble ourselves, he does. We need to run with love. We need to run with humility. We need to put others before ourselves. We need to run to be last. Okay, God bless you guys. Giddy up. Have a great day.